Well, darling, there's only one God. Darling, there's only...
Welcome to the Dirty Bag Podcast. I'm your host, Cookie, and I'm going to get outside of my tax bracket and be nosy today. But first, reminder, we do have the YouTube. If you are not subscribed, come on over there so you can see me in person. Unfortunately, today I forgot to lay my edges. If you know about Texas, especially Dallas, they don't play about their baby hairs around here. So essentially, I am raggedy. I'm the girl that Erica Banks probably would not allow to come around her. Don't think for 1 second, we are not getting into that BS today. But first, I do want to discuss why I just got to give my life back to the Lord, y'all. I got to go to the altar. I got to get rebaptized. I got to do whatever I need to have a hedge of protection around me. This is serious, and I need y'all to stay with me on this, okay? I need all of the Lord's soldiers. I need all of his troops to help me battle the Texas wildlife. Okay. They say everything is bigger in Texas. That shit is not a joke. But one thing that is colossal are the insects. So on any given hot Texas night, it is not uncommon for you to walk to your car and be greeted, I'm not exaggerating when I tell y'all this, by these damn near life-size cockroaches. Roaches, these are not regular bugs. These Negroes fly. Never in my life have I seen anything like this until I moved down here. And while they are very normal to people here, they scare the shit out of me. So let me tell you my first experience with one. Now, where I live, you got like a little patio, right? So I like to get fresh air, you know, when you're trying to run up the electric bill. Sometimes you just open the door when it gets a little cooler out. They tend to be out more at night. I didn't think anything of it. It's a nice little breeze. When you get a nice evening in Texas, you take advantage of it. When I tell y'all, I'm in my bed. Late night piss, whatever. I look at my wall and there is a shadow. A thick almond-shaped shadow with an object about the size of my palm. Y'all, when I tell you my soul left my entire body, I almost died. Me and little homie battled for a good 5 minutes. It was me, a broom, and a prayer. The fact that I didn't wake my child up, I can't do it. Between that and these little random lizards, I got to get my life back. Listen, I understand I've been outside, Lord. I'm going to do what you need me to do. Whatever conversation we need to have to keep these little nigglets away from me, I will do it. So, yeah, that's something that I've really struggled with. I'd be scared to come outside at night. I'd be scared to open the door at night. So now that we've got that out of the way, this week I will be tapping into business that is way above my tax bracket, but who gives a shit, because their lives translate to ours. Only difference is they got more money. They're stressed with way more money. So a few things have happened in this past week. So I guess we can go from, I don't know if I want to say least important to most important. Rate it how you wish. So Erica Banks, artist Erica Banks, you know, of Busset Challenge fame, which I hate this because that was like when I was moving to Dallas, y'all. Busset was my highway theme song before it became big, before TikTok ran it into the ground, before all of y'all put them knees to the test. That was my jam. I was rooting for this girl, but it seems like she is taking L after L. So first it was her running her mouth about Nicki Minaj only collaborating with girls that she didn't see as a threat. I would not have said that if I were her this earlier in my career, although I do feel like it's a little bit of truth to it. I maybe a little bit, but you got to play the game, right? Okay, so there's that. But recently she did a Close Friends. Let me start by saying I think Close Friends is just a funny concept. Y'all be letting folks in y'all close friends that y'all know damn well don't like y'all so y'all can stunt or make them. I don't really understand the concept. I've only used mine maybe once. However, somebody recorded her close friends and her saying that you have to have a certain look to come to the club with her. Basically, she's saying you got to be a certified baddie. You got to be thick. You got to be snatched. Your clothes got to be a certain way. Your hair has to be a certain way. Now, y'all know I love black women. I am here for my black queens. I am here for my black queens. Let me say it again, y'all. I'm here for my black queens. However, when we start reading between the lines and we start throwing shade and start... Look, I'm going to be problematic for a second. Erica Banks is not... damn, this is going to sound bad. Sis, you ain't... Ugh. I feel like this goes against everything I stand for, but then again, it doesn't. Because of this is by what she described. She basically wants you to be an IG baddie. When I see Erica Banks, I don't see IG baddie. She's not an ugly girl by any means, but y'all know what I mean. Them little fashion over, then had tons of fillers, cheek lifted, that one filter that everybody wants to look like with them Angelina Jolie lips. I don't feel like you are somebody to be going in on what people should and shouldn't look like, especially when you're a negative Z-list celebrity. Let's just call a thing a thing. So she's saying you got to look a certain way, and she's got blasted for it. And yes, she has had her body done. I think that being here in Dallas, number one, I've seen it. So we do know this is a thing. I've been accused of it once. I think someone got upset with me some time ago because they felt like I wasn't posting them on my IG because they were plus size, even though... Number one, I'm picky about posting a lot of folks on my IG. Like the way y'all treat these dudes, for me, that's becoming a universal thing. Some folks social climb, some folks want to be shared on people's social media. Folks have all kinds of motives for wanting to be shared on social media. It's just gotten very strange. I don't want to put too many folks I just met on my social media. I find out you own some foolery, and now I gotta explain why I don't deal with you no more. So I'm pretty cautious about everybody. It ain't even about your size. I don't give a damn about that. First of all, I'm shaped like a puddle of water right now. And to me, the most confident women I know, the baddies I know, are plus size women. My confidence came from dark skinned plus size women. My mom was a dark skinned plus size woman. Chocolate grandma. I ain't got to get into my family tree, but that's what I come from. That's where my confidence comes from. So, yeah. So there's that. But here in Dallas, it's not uncommon to be in some of these Facebook groups. And there are girls that will say things like, where my baddies at? I'm trying to go to brunch with my baddies. We know what that's code for. People that are IG picture friendly, if you will. It's all a mess. You want fake ass... You want your friends to look a certain way, you can count on having fake ass connections, and it stops there. So yeah, the good sis definitely got drugged to high hell for that. But yeah, y'all and these close friends, y'all be letting the ops in there. Somebody is always waiting for an opportunity to embarrass you. So even with your close friends, you got to be careful about what's coming out of your mouth, dog. You really do. And speaking of what comes out of your mouth, and what you stand for and what you stand on. Now, y'all know one of my favorite people I would say on social media is probably be Simone. Because I love her journey. I loved watching her go from artist to just like comedic social media content to turning it into a brand. I'm wearing her lippy right now, to be honest with you. That be Simone beauty is the truth. But it came out that Dani Leigh, girl, this girl just barely getting her life back from the traumatic embarrassment that was DaBaby treating her like the turd stuck to the toilet. But it came out that she requested that B. Simone not record with her on a Wild 'N Out episode she recently did because of DaBaby. Of course, she got drugged. B. Simone does an interview basically calling the girl childish in the most classy, professional way possible. Now, I see both sides on this. I see problems on both sides. I understand the stances of both sides as well. But number one, here's my thing. When you have a platform and the foundation of it is mental health and healing and being a safe space and, just really encouraging young girls and women and telling your stories and being vulnerable about even how you've been treated and things like that, you have to be very careful of what type of shit you align yourself with. Now, we all know that a long time ago, B. Simone, comedic or not, was always expressing her love and low-key obsession for DaBaby, which I think is weird. That dude, he don't do it for me. I need to know what it is y'all see. Or maybe in person he just has BDE. I don't know. But I've said before that there is nothing worse and nothing goofier than two women being at odds over a dude, because it's never worth it. It's always never worth it. And I've said before, I think that man is a full-blown narcissist. One thing about narcissists, and if you dealt with one, especially a diagnosed one, which I have, you know that they groom their supporters just as much as they groom their victims. So while they're treating the women in their lives, the intimate relationships, treating them like shit, typically they're very nice and the best people, just the homie or the perfect gentleman to other people, because they need those allies. That's low-key what I feel like has happened in this case with B. Simone and Dani Leigh. Now, Dani Leigh brought up a good point afterwards, saying that, it was for her mental health, that there was a diss record written about her, or maybe freestyle from B. Simone, and that she saw text messages between us. Now, everybody was calling her childish, but hold up. How everybody turns into the morality police on social media is comical. It's absolutely comical. When y'all be ready to go at it with girls and fight them over dudes that don't even belong to you. Y'all fake as hell. Y'all so phony. If somebody asks you to come do an opportunity and you got a mouth to feed and it's a show that you're a fan of, and they ask you, like, what are your conditions? Because typically with celebrities, when celebrities do anything, you're allowed to have, your preferences. I understand at one point, I don't know if it was Mariah Carey, somebody had to have certain colored Skittles in a bowl. Maybe it wasn't her. Somebody had to have their dressing room with like certain types of snacks. Maybe that ain't the same thing, but it's wilding out. And B. Simone did say herself a long time ago that wilding out money ain't nothing. So if she set out an episode, which from my understanding, she was actually there, I would think that they maybe still paid her. I hope they did. But the celebrities get what they want to get. I do think the timing is weird, given the fact that DaBaby just dropped the video. And this is the one where he is pillow talking about, smash and Meg Thee Stallion. There's a lookalike in the video. Again, going back to having a platform that's focused on uplifting and talking about mental health and healing. I don't know as a woman that I would support a dude that is tearing down other women or trying to embarrass other women or using other women for clout. I don't know, man. That's when that girl code, again, I'm somebody that rocks would be. I think I met her a couple of times. She's an absolute sweetheart. But this is kind of one of the moments like, sis, all right now. Like, you had your share of drama, and I love that she's up and she's in her bag all up and through in so many ways, and it's inspirational to watch. But in this situation, yes, I know folks saying, yo, he embarrassed Dani Leigh. He did. That should just be, in my opinion, as a mother, that should be a strictly co-parenting situation. Like, I will see you when I drop her off and pick her up. Outside of that, we need no dealings with each other. And maybe I would have turned down the episode. But again, I don't know what that bag looked like. I don't know what her funds look like. And I do understand she's promoting a tour. So I see both sides. But when you are creating a platform, you are under an even bigger microscope when you add mental health and healing to it, because it's what everybody's doing these days, right? And people want to make sure you're about what you say you about. So they pay attention to not only what you say on your platform, but how you carry yourself, who's in your circle, what you align yourself with, what you entertain. And I just hate the idea that there's this beef between these two women, but this man is getting off scot-free. I don't like that, because this is what people like him want. This is how they get attention. This is how they get their supply. This is how they get fed. Like, I ain't here for none of that. I hope one day they can talk it out. But again, y'all, with all these judgments, stop playing. And as far as this stopping another woman's bag, which no, I'm not here for stopping another woman's bag. But if you are the ops Don't none of y'all care about stopping y'all ops bag. None of y'all. If you had the opportunity to stop the bag of a woman that cannot stand you, that you can't stand, or that you feel that has disrespected you, or is aligned with somebody that has caused harm, you gonna do it. Y'all, unless y'all just used to being talked crazy to or getting stabbed in the back is a comfortable place for you, y'all are full of shit. Y'all full of shit. Every last one of y'all. But again, it's just one of those things that comes with having a platform. It's a gift and a curse, and you have to be careful with what you say you about versus what you support. And yeah, that poor girl. I don't know. Start selling some Dani Leigh extensions. The way her hair been slayed, I think somebody will buy it. But girl, if you're talking about protecting your peace, don't go into a situation that is a potential war zone. And I'm sorry, but wilding out will be the furthest thing from my mind and my agenda when I'm trying to heal. But again, she's young. She'll learn. She gonna bump her head a few more times because that's what it is. So I don't know. I think that's messed up when both of them are really doing their thing right now. It's always a dude. Drama with women, the core of drama with most women, it ain't about who's the prettiest. It ain't who got the most money. It ain't none of that. At the core of it, somewhere, it is always somebody's dusty ass son. Giving these cats that much power. I hate it. Don't. Like, they're never worth it. And who else causing chaos this week? Now, y'all know we love our Black OG queens in Hollywood, and one of them is Nia Long. We love Nia Long. Nia Long ain't never bothered nobody. We ain't seen her in no scandals. She been giving us some of our best films. We got our Nia Love Jones, our Nia Long Friday, all things Nia. We love her, but her fiance, Celtics coach, I'm not even I'll be saying his name wrong. I'm calling him Oshkosh Bagash. You don't get the respect of your name being pronounced correctly, because how dare you play on her top? Here's what's bothered me about the whole situation. So there's a cheating scandal. He apparently slept or had a consensual relationship with one of the VP's wives. Her name is yet to be dropped, but if I was a betting woman, I would say she is of the napkin persuasion, which makes this 10 times worse. 10 times worse. But people have been making comments like, oh my God, if Nia Long getting cheated on, ain't no hope for none of us. We learned with Beyonce. I knew when Halle Berry. Fuck that. I knew it was a mess out here when I got done wrong. Like, I don't use celebrities as a standard. Do any of you not think that y'all are good women and that the situations y'all went through was valid? No? I'm just saying. I knew it was a mess out here with my grandmother, who was submissive, stayed home, didn't work, had hot meals ready all the time, wasn't outside, wasn't out in these streets, got cheated on when she was damn near on her deathbed. That's when I knew it was a mess out here. Stop playing. But I feel like the more beautiful you are, like, dudes have something to prove. Like, I feel like they want to humble beautiful women. It ain't even about, and that's like saying ugly women deserve to be cheated on, which is extremely problematic. And what's attractive to you might be ugly to somebody else. We all ugly to somebody. But being beautiful, being beautiful is not the prerequisite for faithfulness. I don't know where we got that from. And maybe I think I kind of had those opinions, once upon a time for a very short period of time. But just know that if you're dealing with somebody with a penis, there's a high likelihood you're probably getting cheated on. And it's the Ring camera that told on them. When I tell y'all technology is the option. Y'all don't even know how to cheat properly. And this is a girl that was helping her move. It's always the ones close. It be them ones that be out here, y'all cute, hearting the photos. It's usually somebody close. It's usually somebody that I hate it for Nia Long. One person I do appreciate in this whole thing, and folks are talking about how, Brett Favre is getting off because this man, welfare queen, he set up and stole from the poorest state, and nobody's really focused on that. When will you black men learn you can't get away with the mess that white men do? You can't. Like, Why ain't nobody talking about that? Y'all know why. You literally know why. And maybe if he cheated with a dancer or somebody like that, it might have been a different story. But I mean, if this was a big dog's wife, you know white men don't take too well to that. He know your man bingo ass and ran up in her. You African too? Stop playing. But something very interesting about this situation. So they have been engaged for a long time. What, damn near a decade? Most women know. Most women know when they man ain't shit. Maybe she's blindsided about that particular situation, but the fact that she appeared in no rush to run down the aisle, she might have just made herself comfortable with having a life partner. Who knows? But when you engage that damn long, I feel like you know something. You know what's up. Y'all gonna stay where y'all at. Maybe you got engaged to look a certain way and for there to be a problem. You know, everybody's still about appearances. Nia Long can have anybody she wants. She really can. Like, stop playing with her. Even in her more seasoned age. We get better with age. But I feel like she knew something. How many of y'all, and there's been quite a few women that have been in a situation where either you were the main chick or the side chick or whatever you were, and a woman already knew about you. When you told her, she already knew who you were. It happened to me. I dealt with somebody once. I had to, this fool played off my top. I had to go ahead and let the good sis know, hey, get your due. She knew who I was. She knew things about me. She knew specific meetups. And they had been at least damn near 2 years prior. So, and of course, my shock is you knew all of this, but, oh, okay. Some women know who they're dealing with, but the thing is they don't want everybody else to know. There are women that will deal with cheating as long as they don't get out. Like, all right, you doing your fuck shit, but let's just go ahead and keep this in-house. Like, don't let everybody know I'm a fool. Let me let me take my L in silence. Let me take my L within the four walls of her home. That could have been the issue, is that it got out. So now publicly she has to make a decision. And again, we don't know the details of all of these folks' lives. We really don't. But what I do know is with all these things happening, that whole y'all trying to make women feel bad for being single, y'all see why this shit don't hit the way it used to, right? We see a mess out here. An absolute mess that we totally cool with avoiding. We're totally fine. And half of us got the DMs to prove it. We don't, baby, we don't, what did our good sis say? What she say? I don't need your situation. What Jordan say? I don't need your situation. We really don't. So it is what it is. I hope that all parties involved can get it together. I hope Erica Banks learns to just be quiet. When you starting off your career, don't shake tables before you even sold records. Please. Dani Leigh and Simone, listen. If your platform is about mental health and healing and all of that, that's cool. But don't align yourself with somebody that intentionally causes trauma. Somebody that is intentionally trash. You know your dude is trash. Find other ways to get a bag. I totally understand protecting your peace, but protecting your peace means making the necessary steps. You don't go into somebody's house where all their homies at. They're going to roast the shit out of you. I'm curious to see how this episode turns out. Something tells me they lit her ass up. And as far as Nia Long, I think that she going to be good. We know this good sis going to handle her business. That's a grown woman. That is a grown woman. And I really need cheaters to shut the hell up. I'm tired of y'all. Completely tired. And it don't matter who you are. You can get cheated on. The question is, will you stay? Will you go? Are you good with dealing with that? Do you want to take your L in silence? All we can do is be the best people we can be on this earth and hope that karma does what she's supposed to do. And know that she does not move in our timing. She moves in hers. On that note, we are still pandemic-ish. Where you have to, wear your mask, wash your hands, socially distance. And when you get a free moment, please remember to clean out your dirty bag. Till next time.
Well, darling, there's only one